We're live and on the air. Thank you. Our absentee board meeting will come to order for the October the 8th, 2024 meeting. I will first read our conflict of interest statement. As a Surrey County Board of Elections, we have a duty to avoid conflict or appearances of conflicts of interest. Does any board member have any known conflict or of interest or any appearance of a conflict with respect to any matters coming before our board today? If so, please identify the conflict or appearance of conflict and refrain from any participation in the particular matter. Thank you. Our minutes are before us for our October 1st meeting for approval.
The transcripts should be available soon for the challenge.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
We have a motion and we have a second for the approval of the minutes of October the 1st for our absentee board meeting. Is there any discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Motion is approved. Around the signature sheet. This time, we'll move into our public forum portion of our meeting. Is there anyone present or online that wishes to speak to the Surrey County Board of Elections this time during our public forum portion? There is no one present online or in person. I will proceed to close the public forum portion. Thank you. And not on our agenda today, I would like to request the board members' approval to add to the agenda a closed session at the end of our other business for personnel purposes. And it'll be a very short closed session that we will need. And so I would ask for you all approval of that. To add that to the agenda.
I approve.
Approved. Approved?
Yes, sir.
All approved. Thank you. We may add closed session to the agenda for the day. Jumping into our absentee ballots.
Okay, got the absentee statistics for today, October the 8th. We have ballots not returned. We have a total of 1,332. Civilian not okay that we will get into today is 47. Within that is 11 spoiled ballots, 1 that's pending cure, and 35 are pending affidavit review by this board. You know, the photo ID exception. That gives you 47, and then the ballots returned okay. We have 186 civilian, 7 military, and 15 overseas, for a total of 208.
Last number, please.
208.
No, you got 186, 7, and
I'm sorry, 15. And remember, this is now our running total. That includes the 27 from last week plus the 3 that were the affidavit review pending at the end, for a grand total of 1,587. have a little over. We have 164 to open and put through, plus the pending review that we'll have to look at each one.
Okay. Pull up our sleeve. Yes.
So if we can get a bipartisan team to help City with the machines, and you care, I'll go ahead and pull 20. Okay,
Please.
Take turns.
Oh, you gonna go?
I gotta let me. Cool. You wanna go,
It's gonna have
Clark?
to be bipartisan.
You want to?
Gotta be bipartisan.
Yeah, I know.
They go, Paul. You're up. One of the t'other. I think Drew, y'all made a good team last week.
I am too.
Correct. Correct.
All right, so, but, we should have cut these seals, I'm gonna leave them, I'm gonna put this top one, and when we open the machine, you could print a change that shows we have 40. All that. Thank you, yep.
We was in that little room all last year. We, one meeting was there, nothing, it was full. Every meeting that we had, we were ballots. In that little room back there.
We're getting to that little room.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
It's
sure.
coming.
By the way, I memorized those numbers from last week.
Did you really?
They ain't gonna get past you, are they?
Yes. Yes. Choose whichever way.
Innovative, so I never.
You're not gonna gain the business.
Statistical management control, stuff like that.
We're gonna start with you.
Make a bit of difference.
And are you okay for us to
Good
go
mind
ahead and open
exercises.
the remaining that are recommended approval? Got a lot of opening to do.
Yeah, but one around them, coming around, starting around, and they will put the remainder in the machine and open.
We got it separated. The ones, our envelope. I could do that. Do that. Okay, we'll put it in. Just if you mind pulling the ones that don't have that. I just put it. That helps.
The other half of this one.
No, not
It
now.
just doesn't have the outside.
Yeah, the outside envelope.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually made. We know is a bigger. And if you all get one that is in pencil, it is an inmate at the jail. And the inmate's witnesses are also in pencil. And I called the state board and they said that's completely acceptable. The only thing in the law, it doesn't prevent a pencil at all. So, okay, just want to make sure. So if that one is one of the ones, just know that. Sure is. Sure is.
Did she say inmate?
He's on the road, isn't he?
Yeah,
He is not
he's
on
the mayor.
trial.
Oh, so he has not been
He
convicted.
did.
And he's will not be convicted.
Very good, sir.
I got an answer question last week.
Very good.
Okay, so this one's gonna have to be spoiled. So this will,
So one of the 20s being spoiled,
Earned my pay.
Yeah, you did. And then some.
Went through
This
three,
one-
what'd you find?
Yeah, this one.
Candidate signed it.
Active candidate.
Congratulations. Was it?
Yeah.
Down the Pilot Mountain.
Glad you knew.
This one.
I was just, I recognized his name, but I didn't know if he was on it this time or next time maybe.
Gotcha.
So that's why I asked her.
Give me this one.
Now, if you
Voter signed
do
it
it
twice
for your
because they
mother,
messed up the first
Ah,
signature.
thank you.
But
That is-
if you
I'm
don't
not
know
calling
that
asking
that's,
for- Let me ask.
there's the, sorry, the, configuration report, and it shows the 44, which matches, yeah, closing from last week. Yeah.
Good, Drew.
This one doesn't have.
That's, ain't no big deal, really.
Going around counterclockwise is our tape from the machine showing 44. From last week.
Actually, Drew, it is a big deal. Glad you called it.
Yeah, it looked good.
Question,
That's when it comes through 5 times.
question. I've got a signature on the front, but the ID has no signature.
That's a, ID from us, and it doesn't have to have one.
Okay.
Yep, that's a.
It's the actual voter ID.
And that is, someone in the facility that we made those for.
Okay. Ah, yeah, I can tell.
Oh, no, that's, you'll be in 26.
Well, I was,
Yeah.
I knew he was in,
In 22, yeah, but.
Okay.
But still, it made me.
Hey, better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So it is okay.
He's okay, because he's not on the ballot
not,
currently.
yeah.
He is the mayor, but there's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I asked, was he on the
Ballot.
check that this time, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No witnesses, but it says, on Surrey County,
You can have either 2 witnesses or 1 notary, so that's. a
one
notary.
note.
Mhm.
That also is.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
There goes my attaboys.
No, you still did good for questioning it.
Better to question it than not.
That's right, you saw it.
Yeah.
We know who the eagle eye is. Thank you, sir.
I don't know who it was.
Well, you know now. I'm I'm glad I didn't have to spoil it.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely can't miss that photograph.
Make cert. Double cert.
Double screw on this one.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna look back 50 years. Be worth more than they.
Yeah, that's true,
Be careful on that one.
particularly for this election.
Or do you remember that time? No, he was a cat. He got a military ID on the back.
When he come through, I said he doubled up.
He sure did.
Well, he's a character. He's one of the kind of fellows you never forget. He had a picture of him with a big fish when he was in South Vietnam. He said, I didn't catch it. Somebody gave it to me and took my picture. So I never went fishing over there. That sounds like
He's
it.
honest. Didn't have time to go fishing.
I didn't realize he was a captain though. He never talked about it.
Oh. Oh.
Signature.
Did, y'all check the seals here?
No, we got
Okay.
it on, I can write it down, the last one was, 295, 364, and 295, 365. What I have. Yep.
Other people's, other matters. I've been getting calls on other matters. Like, that's not my daily. Well, okay.
Huh? Okay.
Other people mention my name, they usually say, I thought he was dead. That's my,
Going, maybe. Have fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to scream? You know how to scream? You know how to scream?
I do know who it is.
I did.
He had a stroke.
Anita,
Just got home. Having a problem.
Here's a question.
Okay, Clark,
Alright.
Paul, do y'all want to remark?
Yeah, mark this one.
B3.
Sounds good.
Paul, if you will get that pen and mark, Clark the call.
All right, ready to roll. Used to be you and me, Jimmy.
Sounds good, Drew.
Which one you want to do?
We'll vote on the deputy.
Mark or
I'll
Paul?
be back. I'll be back tomorrow.
Now, Lieutenant Governor. Hell,
Dave Bullock. Dave Bullock.
Thank you, sir.
Random.
Thank you, thank
Hey, Commissioner Steve Proctor. Insurance Commissioner Mike Folsey.
Mike Cousin.
Waiver. Luke Farley.
Luke Farley.
Secretary of State Chad Brown.
Chad Jones.
Strike has been settled. Education.
Thank you.
Fillmore.
That's a,
I've always felt.
it's 3 days. It's on the contingency that management,
I've always felt for education, but that's.
they've got a tentative
Great
agreement.
treasurer, Fred Brown.
They could go on strike again. So thankfully, this was short, but
Supreme Court Associate. Difference is after November fifth. Think that had anything to do with it?
I'm sure it did.
First field court seat was Tom Murray.
What I've read, and talked with a couple of business friends of mine.
Second one is Tyler.
Philip State Courts, to understand. Lady was telling them.
Next.
Once again, findings. Definitively. They were asked to go back. So.
He settled.
They got ironed it out.
They got ironed.
Representative Sarah Stevens.
There's.
I think it's the ILA associated with anything. The union.
The West Coast
And
Union is the individual warehouse. Warehouseman's an offshore union, but
they wasn't going on which right, where the West Coast.
West Coast did. Almost right. They've got to do it with a couple of years ago.
Thank you. That looks more official.
But they keep sympathetic to their brothers and sisters.
I'm sure
It's in the union, so.
What good's your union if you're not?
Exactly.
You're not supposed to have a large LCIO.
No,
Teamsters.
no.
Raleigh scale.
Other than, we do have a few ports.
Oil and water.
Port of Richmond,
William Lee
Virginia,
Dalton.
which is a James River port. It's not a deep
Oh,
one.
yeah, mine does. I'm glad, because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's expensive,
Stockton.
not like.
2025.
One job my father had. Going. Before he settled on farm was working at the shipyard in
Well,
Norfolk.
oh, in Norfolk, oh, yeah.
South Florida.
Shipyard, yeah.
Dean Clark.
There were a lot of North Carolinians back in the
They-
early
they
forties,
forward.
went to Wilmington to build Navy ships,
Yeah.
transport ships.
He was in the war, he was in Europe, and then when in World War II, 1960, when he decided to be a farmer. He was a truck driver, naval shipyard worker. Worked at Buick in Michigan, went to Canada, trying to help the Hungarian fella find their tobacco. It was from the state, the DOT. I don't know how many.
A little bit of everything.
He couldn't find it,
There you
yeah.
go.
Ballot.
And y'all confirm that 44 on the machine?
All he could do with his seventh grade education.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Number of years in school.
I got it right here, but yeah.
It, I'm sure it hit and get lots of jobs over being a veteran.
Oh.
Should.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so.
He was in the bow of the bulge.
Interesting.
I mean, him and another guy sold the pot sold. Seven. And they have Zuka. What their job was to shoot. I think consider that light artillery and something.
Right, we got a
Job.
least date.
Military vehicles, tanks. Taking it.
The day before Thanksgiving.
It's a long time.
He saw it. He told me he saw it once.
Gets rid of everything with the election. But we'll just have a week. Yeah, can.
He said there was, whenever they take him,
Thanksgiving
guy
Day.
from the eastern part of the state said last
Yeah,
week.
I'll be Thanksgiving.
Did you get supper? Did either one of you get something to eat?
No,
That's where I got candy for.
Burger King.
Yeah. Turkey and cranberries.
Every time Jack would take back.
Before I leave.
He ended up kind of scared.
There we go. Yes, we're out the door at moment. Yeah, so they eat turkey. Yeah. Dressing.
finishing up my.
Well, I started thinking, you talked about a K and D.
Silver.
Don't think that's a much of an option in it.
Right.
Down in Charlotte.
They close all.
And auxiliary police department.
Well, no, I think that
To the Charlotte.
down, down there, well, you know, I don't know. It may still be there.
So
The last time I stopped that one on the pavement, what is it, Healy, is it Healy? In behind,
And
right off
He
the track.
told me some stories. with
Stories.
Vietnam.
I said, I don't.
He had a lot of-
that no more.
Psychological. issues.
Lord, I used to love to go
He
there.
said that one day his commanding officer said, "Just take a take a small group
It was just
out
I
to the end
won't
of
say
the
go
runway."
down, but
He
it's
said,
these
"Because
guys.
violence or
Oh,
land
everybody loved to go there.
complaining of enemy
Everybody
violence.
loved
We can't, we don't know where it's coming
Oh,
from.
you could count on
So I want you to
it.
find them. I want you to take care of it."
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you got
So-
it there.
He said he had,
That's what week, 2 weeks before Carol. 1 week,
them out,
1 week,
found out.
Carol.
1 week out. 1 week out.
Underneath the runway. And he said, so told the enlisted guys,
I'm still balancing it out.
whoever.
We're looking at it all
And,
the
the other two will be
I
ready.
think she is, well, I shouldn't say, I started to say, he is looking forward to it, but I don't.
So as those
You know,
guys
as
went in there,
I
I
said,
said, I'm looking forward to Vietnamese being spoken,
That
yelling
would
at
be
each other. He said,
when you know what
Here they come.
having one
He
is.
said,
So
stood there.
I shouldn't say, cause I'm not the one doing
He
it.
said.
I'll say this, when I,
Wakes me up almost every night.
well, my father,
well, no, when I.
when you got the six, is
I did look forward to it.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Started.
But he boogered it up the first time, the same shoulder, so.
Sleep. And he didn't see, no, not one dot. And he only went to
Well, I'm glad you got it done.
veterans one time, and that was the day, it was 9/10,
I'm
2001, the day before.
Like I
And
say,
he,
it's outside of
Fred Snowden,
anything.
y'all go down there and just get his name and
Let's
see.
call the fund.
This was-
Some of them.
This one is now,
He told, he had PTSD. What made him shout in the middle of the night?
this
And
is
he
a
didn't-
cure that the
When-
voter,
Gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
did not sign the ballot for last week's meeting, so they had two witnesses. So I sent a cure notification that the voter, did sign, voter is in hospice.
Okay,
Very happy to get that letter back.
right.
In time, yes, it is good now, so I just want the whole board to see that.
He never has to go to one doctor. Nothing about anything to do. He said, you don't, you.
This is one being held.
deal with
Correct.
something. That's what.
That's how they
he
treated
does.
him.
Very.
In here, yes, the Iraq. That-
Get
that's-
to the second.
yeah,
The
that-
first one.
Yeah, the first time I ever heard that.
Well, you got that.
Called the Vietnam
So happy to get
They-
that.
They had
Yeah.
a name for it.
Yeah.
I don't think we had the label. Yes, but it made.
Well, the World War I, it was shell shock,
Exactly.
and then it evolved.
Exactly. It's the same thing, but it was different than used.
Yeah. That's all very well, 14 is.
Might have a college degree stuff. I'll never be
Thank you.
his wife. I won't hit that. I couldn't ask for a wiser person to be around.
See if I can fit these things. Yeah, good luck. That's pretty full.
They've been time, I wish I could talk to him.
Full stop.
I'm on you're blessed to be in.
Oh, yeah.
shape that
We're
you're-
just,
Have I got time to run?
Yeah.
The youngest of my father's brother, Roger, he made it. He was working with his thing.
Wow. Probably. I don't know.
thank
I
you.
toss around. So they sound familiar, but I toss 100-pound molds around. In and out of machines.
That was the same.
I
Good for you.
got young fellows that are in their 20s that.
Oh. I know it brings you a degree of pleasure to know that you're out working those young guys.
I can't outdo them on this, though.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I can't even.
No, I had a rough, busy, I had 4 molds on an old machine. One of my machines is 50 years old. It's owned originally by Little Tykes.
Is it held together with new parts to keep it running?
No, actually, it's a pretty well-built machine.
Is it?
I had
The back.
very few real breakdowns on it. The ones that I did have, I found a permanent correction to them. But Lucas got it about 18 years ago.
We did get one at a
I know
nursing home we went to yesterday. The voter never got his ballot. He was hospitalized and he did pass away. So the nursing home just returned the whole packet. It had never been opened or anything, so.
did they pass away?
Passed away.
Uh,
Yeah, his ballot had been delivered to the nursing home, but he had to go to the hospital.
But,
This one is a pending cure. I have called the daughter and I have sent a letter with a cure notification, and you can see this. It will be, hopefully the letter will be back next week and we can accept it like that one. Someone signed for the voter.
Okay. Here.
Russians at the river. Said they exchange like firefighting, like.
Appreciate that.
each other For part of the night. So they use-
Last week.
they
Yeah,
met
no,
each
it's
other.
supposed to be on the same
Mhm.
team.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
He helped them raise small, it was less than 500.
And we have
But it-
35 that are photo ID forms. You all want to look at all 35? Yes, okay.
I vote yes.
Okay, want to start one way?
I think it's a safe. That,
And some, I'm sorry, some you'll see, I just check disability or illness, that doesn't require the last four of the social or the driver's license. I've made notes on it if it's that.
You're good with all of these, though.
I am, yeah.
They have other processes of identification.
They met the law in other spots, though.
Absolutely, yes. Mhm.
you're certifying that they are officially valid and
They are, I recommend accepting them, yes.
Got an affidavit with it, didn't they?
Give me a rough count in the morning of what we think. I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah. I just need to take it off.
Leave here.
I'll be.
Remind you.
Drugstore. I got it written down right here.
Drew, you can set a reminder on your phone.
Oh, you gotta do feel serious. She'll see and do
Yeah,
it for you.
right.
these have exception form.
She will take care of that for you.
Yeah, she turned me down on so many things, I'm afraid to ask her.
The exception, is that supposed to be signed or is that just the way it's spelled out?
It is supposed to be signed. Now, it doesn't have to have the name at the top. But it does have to be, and it's at the bottom, if you want to pull that out.
Yeah, I'd like to just.
Yeah,
check.
look at that and make sure, but it'll be at the very bottom of the exception.
Why don't I pull
There you
that
go.
out? We're talking, can I pull that, so it's showing? Yeah,
Oh, yep. Mhm.
can I pull that, so it's showing?
Yeah, sure. Mhm. I have it, so the exception part is shown, so it's whichever way y'all want it.
Would
Yes.
this be good?
I
to
think it's
put
better with
the-
the,
Gonna be like.
do you want
dogs,
to see the
They're
signature?
working
Yes.
so good. People are actually obeying and
I
reading.
should have
so
done it on the other one. Apologize.
Because it's working so well compared to the primary.
Going through the clear window.
I'm gonna fold them. Just signature.
Yeah, yeah. Don't put it in the atmosphere.
I'm glad that one was in the bunch though, him out of the.
Where did these come?
We got those for poll workers and you all.
What, just somebody give them out?
No, we bought them.
Oh, okay.
I wore mine today.
So you got one training?
I got one
Good.
training.
I wasn't sure.
I didn't know if they come in a mass mailing or.
Group. Magic.
It is, isn't it?
Don't talk about magic in these meetings.
I
There'll be
was in
some.
a meeting.
No magic.
I was in a meeting and somebody said, what's that pin on your lapel? So I
It
told
so
them,
happens.
I'm
be sure
gonna-
you and your family go vote.
Vote, that's right.
On this one, the signature, I turned it upside down because it wouldn't have showed the other way.
Okay, thank you.
No, what do I need?
Had quite a few requests from the jail this time. Way more than we've ever had.
To attribute that to anything in particular.
Well, I emailed, the sheriff and, one of the deputies at the jail emailed me back and said that he was fulfilling the request of the inmates, those, the ones who requested, they specifically asked, and he printed off, with the state website, printed off the forms. And, but unfortunately, a lot of them were rejected. So we had to mail voter registration forms back. Don't know if we'll get those back before the deadline Friday by 5, but we did, but 2 of them were accepted there in the mix there.
Misdemeanors.
Oh, the envelopes, okay.
If you're waiting trial for a felony, you can vote, can't you?
Right, you haven't been convicted.
Right.
Mhm.
I didn't see that one.
Might be the
Probably
case,
just
but a
voted
lot of
for
folks, a couple of years, a lot of folks just haven't been.
That planted seed.
The words.
That is a key part of that process, isn't it?
Absolutely, that's only there.
Ain't against law unless you're caught it. That what to say? I didn't say, that's what they said,
Yes.
whoever they is.
Whoever they use,
Ballot stop.
they are.
Mhm. I heard it.
Yeah, these are probably not. Okay. That's that. Mhm. Is the board good if we go ahead and open the overseas? Okay.
Appreciate the note.
Is the board okay if we go ahead and open the overseas and military?
Yes. kind of slowing it up because I'm changing, putting the signatures in exposed. A lot of these signatures aren't showing.
Appreciate you.
The road rings right here.
Absolutely. You take Tuesday. You're supposed to keep him out of this one, nothing on this thing.
I'll watch.
Got fifth on the brother thing.
Blowing it up, aren't I, by changing this signature up there.
32 is Elkin, right? Mhm. Pilot. Idiot, it's right here, but I had to think. Where it was.
Oh, right.
What you're really looking for on these is that, the driver's license or social
Social.
security.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just found that, I just realized that I can use that instead.
Yeah, not the signature.
Yeah. I was just thinking that maybe the signatures had to be. Do that, yeah. Okay, I can see both on that. DMV license showing on this one. Exact year. Those who buried in that bucket. Signature, they did that one right. And there it is. Notary public on that one. I had trouble with that one too, Jimmy.
It's stamp of the notary. Just
Yeah.
different than what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. That's what happened.
What, 85 degrees in here? You're in a barn of binder?
You should work with that bunch. They'll burn you up. They burn me up all the time. When I go to the restroom, they run over there and bump it up. What'd you say, Jessica?
It must be his medication, cause his mom come for the.
Now, I'm warm in here.
So what do y'all do? Flip a coin as to who moves it down next?
They usually bring extra clothes.
I'm usually the only one
Sweaters
in
and,
church with my hand out, fan in my face.
yeah, me too. I have to keep my fan.
Ain't no fans no more.
I got my,
Go to the funeral home, get one.
my Moody's fan.
Have a Marines hymn on the back of it.
Excuse myself for a moment.
One group.
Okay, for the photo ID exceptions that were recommended by staff, be approved. What say the board?
See, yes.
All good. Okay,
Now, process, thank you, sir. Putting envelope. Yep.
Yep. Right.
Just,
First two military, the rest are just normal stuff.
just a few.
Jerry, I will
Yes.
get started with you and Drew, if that's okay, on military
Sure.
remarks. Since our partners.
yeah.
Precinct there.
Wait, keep it.
Precinct.
Yeah.
Decide of my initial.
Oh,
Down
I
to
see.
Be
the-
careful and don't cover up that number.
Then it took covered.
We do have to see,
The amount number.
to see out there the.
Governor
Yeah,
Josh Stein.
we don't need to cover that.
Well, I got lucky then. That's all I would say.
Lieutenant Governor Rick Hunt.
If I'm not
Attorney
lucky, I
General
would.
Jackson.
You'll come looking for you.
North Tennessee Auditor Jessica Holmes. Commissioner of Agriculture Sarah Tabor. Commissioner of Insurance Natasha Marcus. Auditor Black Vince Robinson.
Yeah, which ain't, you ever do it with.
Wayne Marshall.
I'll hold up on these.
Superintendent. Public
Keep me a
Instruction.
file, Ron.
Morris Green.
Just make me a file and I'll get back to you.
Treasurer Wesley Harris. Supreme Court Justice seat six, Allison Riggs.
Precinct 01.
Court of Appeal Judge seat 12, Carolyn Jennings Thompson. Court of Appeal seat 14, Ed
Okay.
Eldred.
Any thought?
Court of Appeal seat 15, Martin E. Moore.
Oh, well, Lieutenant Governor.
State Senate District 36, Darren Staley.
Bishop, Attorney General.
Just gonna
House
show
of
you
Representatives
that
District
this-
90, Ken
we
Batchett.
thought the
They
exception
voted.
form was inside the ballot envelope, and it was, so we should.
Superior Court Judge seat 1, no vote.
We thought it was, but we held it up.
Judge District 23, seat 4, no vote.
And it was.
Surrey
completely
County
full.
Board of Commissioners,
Back
Eastern
to-
Scott
yeah.
Needham.
Mike Colsey.
Okay, hang tight the way
No
we got
vote.
one more
Surrey
like
County
it.
Commissioners,
Yeah.
District
Farley.
Register of Deeds, no vote. Elkin City School Board, no vote.
Brown.
Elkin Board of Education, East District, no vote.
Bill Moore.
Non-partisan, William Lee Dalton Jr.
Fred Brown.
Constitutional Amendment referendum against.
Yeah. Griffin. Supreme Court.
Griffin.
Murray. Yeah, cool. Not many.
Okay.
Valerie Zachary.
Zachary.
A big X. This is back from here.
Stevens. Okay.
Bill Southern,
Southern,
Dan Tucker,
Tucker,
Melissa Hyatt,
You marking Jimmy?
Yes, I'm marking.
Harris,
Harris,
The one. Very
David
small there.
Badger.
You see the precinct is real faded, 29.
and that's really good line, did not, but. If,
2903.
in education. for
229.
no vote on the stormwater conservation. But they did vote for the conservation.
Okay. President, Harris. House of Representatives, Hubbard.
Mhm.
And Governor Rachel Hunt. General Jeff Jackson. For Jessica Holmes.
You got to start before you get.
That's a higher priority.
Sorry.
That's,
All right. There.
Over
Commissioner
Precinct
of Labor,
30.
Braxton Wilson the second.
30. Oh, okay, yeah, I do.
The voter wrote that in.
Secretary of State. Elaine
Just thought it
Marshall.
needed something in it, I guess.
Superintendent of Public Instruction, Morris Mo Green.
2 pages.
Agency Treasurer Wesley Harris.
Look at it. Oh, good.
Supreme Court Justice Fitz Allison
Fox.
Williams.
Gosh,
Board Field 12, Carolyn Jennings Thompson. Board Field
Now,
14,
Lieutenant
Ed
Governor
Eldred.
Dan Bishop. Hey, Lily.
Bullock,
North Carolina
Get
Court
that right
Field
tonight.
15, Martha E. Moore.
Steve Troxler.
Roxley,
State
Mike
Senate District
Causey.
36,
Mike
Darren
Causey.
Staley.
Luke Farley.
Farley,
House of Representatives, District 90, Ken Badgett.
Ed Brown.
Brown.
Secretary of State,
Brown,
Superior Court Judge seat,
Michelle
Jeff
Mara.
Blake,
Mara.
seat 23, seat 1.
Yep.
Judge seat, District 23, seat 4, left blank.
Fred
Surrey County
Reiner.
Board of Commissioners, East District, Scott Needham.
Griffin.
Griffin.
Fred Court.
Surrey County Board of Commissioners, Mount District, left blank. Surrey County
Bird.
District, D, left blank.
Yep.
Surrey County School Board, Education
Valerie
District 1,
Zachary.
Marjorie Cobb.
Yep.
Surrey County Board of Education, District 5,
Chris
left blank.
Freeman.
Non-Parsons Stormwater, Joe Zalacek.
Eddie Settle.
Settle,
Sarah
Constitutional
Cleveland.
Amendment against.
Angela Puckett.
Bucking,
Pleaded.
Bill Southern.
Southern,
Right?
Yes.
Dan Tucker.
Dan Tucker,
Melissa Hyatt.
Melissa
You got
Better inputs from the ones that were pending.
Harris.
Harris,
Richard Renner.
Hey, Michelle.
Yes, sir.
Italy. Holman.
You got one ready? Okay.
William Lee Dalton.
Dalton,
Trade with you.
Perfect.
William M. Queen.
Wait,
Gotcha.
Here we're gonna vote for 2. Commissioners, we're gonna vote for Robert Ball.
Ball,
So anyway, that's why that feels different than the others. I don't know, maybe she's still coughing on the big part. I don't know.
We're gonna vote for the Constitution.
Is this, overseas still or military?
That's it.
Leave these till the end for you to approve when we get them on the agenda.
Rip that dress.
Partisan election president, Kamala Harris.
Sticking together, you know, there. Way to be good.
That's Representative Chuck Hubbard. Governor Josh Stein.
This the next one.
It is, sir. Thank you.
And Governor Rachel Blunt. Attorney General Jeff Jackson.
601B001.
Auditor Jessica Long.
631. And then
Jessica, stop that.
Commissioner Mark Butler. Favor.
Fred, Harris.
Natasha, sorry, Commissioner Insurance, Natasha Marcus.
Hubbard.
Nobody thinks. Commissioner of Labor, Braxton Winston.
Dan,
Rush Stein.
Here.
Secretary of State, Elaine Marshall.
Rachel Hunt.
Hunt.
Superintendent of Public Instruction, Marshall Green.
Jackson.
Jessica.
Favor, Leslie Harris.
Sarah Tabor.
Supreme Court Associate.
Oh, I had to plug in.
Allison Reed.
Tasha Marcus.
Court of Appeals.
Braxton
Judge
Winston.
Well, Carolyn Jennings Thompson.
Elaine.
Court of Appeals Judge 14, Ed Eldridge.
Week. She said. she
Mo Green.
said- I gotta get it.
Back.
Wesley.
Died.
Allison Riggs.
Court of Appeals seat 15, Martin E. Moore.
Carolyn Jennings Thompson.
Right.
State Senate District 36, Veteran Staley.
Eldred.
Eldred.
House of Representatives District 90,
Yeah,
Ken Paget.
Mark Ryan Moore, been a new one. Needs a-
Superior Court Judge seat left
Aaron
blank.
Staley.
District Court Judge seat left blank. Surrey County Board of Commissioners.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Scott Miller.
Date it again. He's got the date stamp right there. And the approval.
Yes, if they're caught up. to the count,
Perfect,
and
perfect.
you got more for remarketing.
Cause I can do the.
3 opens.
No, you're gonna go to the next
Surrey
seat.
County
which is the Board of
Representatives.
Commissioners seat, district, and they will vote for Scott Newsom.
Yeah.
Surrey County School Board of Education District 1,
Then they're
Margaret
gonna
Cobb.
skip those last two races. Those are the top of the page.
Board of Education
Cover up
District
the
5,
precinct.
Raleigh Scales.
We're down there gonna vote for Marjorie.
Surrey County Soil and Water District, Williams
Skip
Lee
the
Donkey Jr.
next seat. And they're gonna vote then on the soil and water.
County
conservation.
Commissioner, vote 2, Dwight Atkins, Rachel Dilly Collins.
And they will vote against the constitutional amendment.
Against.
Constitutional amendment against.
You got one more.
Well,
Oh,
They could have done this when Franco was environment. You know, a long time ago.
We keep one, you
30 years.
you keep that thing separated by.
Took a grid in 39 and died in 75.
well, then this is not.
Saturday Night Live, saying, you're in Francisco, Virginia,
Oh, my
Probably why.
Franco is still,
Yeah.
So. it looks
you
like-
remember that? Chevy Chase done this, still dead.
Y'all need the
Yeah,
rest
it-
of the board, so it's up to y'all.
That was the, first seat.
I was
They're
saying.
having
to
their
vote.
50th, and
Yeah.
The votes.
The
Oh,
regular
if there's
approved
one
ones,
little question, then we'll.
Look at it.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you,
Say
sir.
another one?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's the last one.
All
Yeah,
right.
thanks.
Uh-huh.
That it?
That's it.
Got covered, covered.
50 years. Fun.
Time.
So then is it just
Right.
those in the?
The original cast was still the best.
Yeah,
Jeff Jackson.
Jackson.
well, it was, when Bill Murray got on, you know, Chevy Chase beat out Bill Murray for the first
Oh,
season.
did it?
And when Chevy Chase left after the first season, that's when Murray come on board. And it really not got along.
Really?
Since?
Not really, you know, they was in the.
Sarah Tabor.
Yeah.
Dog.
I think this is the
Mhm.
run
Hey,
total here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had that one thing, they were together.
Yeah, the mother was
Shot the ball in.
fun and actually. Better.
Put my finger on it. so I don't
That'd be
lose my place.
36 plus.
If somebody wants to
Choose
do
one.
it, they have
Best
to
of
go leave it on his answer.
They had a place. for it.
That's a big answer is fine.
Depression.
No, he just-
He was-
If he
Place the message.
plays them,
Yeah.
if he's in there,
That's all he could sell.
if I do.
That's all he-
Do them.
But yeah, really. You know, answer.
Lost all.
200, so it'd be 164. and then you have,
That's
like,
good,
184,
right?
35, so that'd be 36 plus the one, whatever.
Hey, I'm not saying him.
Still, that's-
Classic.
200 equal. Is that everything? Should be.
That'd be a double header.
Did we get Sarah Tabor? Okay.
And,
Natasha
yeah,
Marks,
so,
it's early, late seventies.
1970.
Braxton Winston,
You ready to start?
Elaine Marshall,
Marshall.
Spot zone. What is it?
Mo Green.
Grindy.
Oh, the one thing.
What
Get 199. No. Hold
happened?
on a minute.
Allison
In high
Reese,
school.
Riggs.
No, that was the one.
Ed Eldridge,
With the others. No, it wasn't. But it was within the 164.
Martin Moore,
Got it.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Darren Staley,
Haley.
Sarah Stevens,
stayed up late.
Yeah.
with Carter. All right, they were two seats over,
I got out
Okay,
that.
okay.
and they voted for Needham.
They make fun of them all.
They left the bottom two races.
That's the picture. That's still processed. That's.
Still
over there. That's it,
Left
yeah.
that first seat open,
It's-
and they voted for Jamie Reed Grant. Then for
Well, then, yeah, that's
Judy
it.
Barron,
Obama.
then Mark Wetland. Wouldn't you agree? Let me ask you before I say that.
Yeah, I call that he was marking, it looked like his ink pen didn't mark. You see the impression below it.
I think so.
It's cooler in here now, somebody touched it.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Thank you.
Oh, I think
That's
so.
what
That
it-
What was it on?
is Joe Zelzi,
Really?
Joe Zelda.
Keep it that close right
same thing
We usually
here.
keep it on
Debbie
72.
Cochran, I would certainly say, wouldn't you?
On the kid.
Oh, absolutely.
Salem.
Looks like
They
it's.
had to ask permission.
Yeah, or whatever. Kelly Goins, nothing on that race for the South Ward seat. And then voted for the constitutional amendment. Yeah, I don't think his thing was running that, he just, he sort of half-hearted on some of them races.
I told Salem, I said, when you start paying the power
Sort of didn't
bill,
know if he wanted
can-
to or not.
Well,
just that-
either that, but it-
as long as I'm
See
writing
the
the check,
tail,
you're gonna
the
ask.
circle, he was trying to
Yeah.
circle.
Cause I'm in the room where the Thursday.
Hanging chad. Can we call
Are
him
y'all having,
Chad?
having Chad up here? Did I hear that?
Same category.
Yeah.
We've made decisions if we've not done anything.
Well, it's a bipartisan team. That's good. You, kosher.
No, what, you know, you can see where the pen Did the mark.
It just
But
looked
you
like-
could see the impression, no,
Yeah.
you could see the impression where it,
Yeah,
so.
got a little lackluster at the end, didn't it?
It's a bipartisan ballot too.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it was pretty fixed. Predictable.
Thank you, sir.
I feel sorry for Jimmy over there. He's had to mark straight Democrat ballots all the way. He couldn't stand, it, he had to leave.
Did you get depressed, Jimmy? Did you get depressed?
No.
I told him you had to vote straight Democrat.
I
ballot.
did. I did. I think that's all.
We was doing that to me on purpose.
It's just sorry. If you will just sign at the bottom of those, and this, she made her own envelope, so you can just sign somewhere there. Mhm. Initial, just like you put them in, yes.
We had one, but you could see where they put the pen, but the pen didn't leave a mark, but you could see the impression below where it was. You know, like the hanging chad.
It just barely, it just didn't.
But you,
Barely.
but you
touched
could
some
see.
of-
it.
Oh, yeah. they were
Okay.
good. No, that was the intention.
Yeah.
That's, that election, right, that's, people said my ballots won't count. I said, in 2000, 500 and some people decided a presidential election. I said, your ballot won't count.
If they did what?
533 people decided a presidential election.
That they just did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They handled that wrong. though.
That ballot ended. after that.
They handled it.
Yeah.
They selected specific areas. That was
243.
wrong. They should have done.
Ready to close out?
Oh,
Everything's squared up.
Yep, 243 for today.
Have a bipartisan thing to close the machine and seal it.
Well,
You guys can do it.
Yeah, y'all
We
did.
did it.
I didn't write it down. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're gonna do her seals first, so.
Oh, I've been a Red Sox fan since I was a little boy, which is unusual here, because there's not any Red Sox fans here. I was a Red Sox when they
Yeah.
were never winning the ball game.
Red Sox, they taught me how to like. Like, what's basketball?
And where you sign, and then when this was the report from, last time.
We was
Yeah.
added.
So I've got your flags there, and then this is this week's free copy, got flags there.
Great, thank you.
And it,
There's only three. And Bush was he was a pitching coach. He lived just down the street.
but
He taught me.
243, right?
Yeah.
I didn't lose the game.
Okay.
In 20,000 people voted this time. You remember, Michelle?
What's that?
So this time in
2020?
it was thousands.
We were already, yeah, for sure.
you learn.
A lot more people gonna show up.
Got you. You didn't have to say it.
Eats around.
Early voting starts Thursday,
This Thursday.
next Thursday,
Oh,
week Thursday.
We got 4 votes.
And most of the spoils from from these were only one witness or no witness.
So
So they had to be sworn and reissued.
but they may come back and may not.
Hope they do. When somebody old sent in a ballot that's not right and just. If you can't take it, you can't take it, but it might be the last time they're able to vote.
He's gonna get it all. She's back in Raleigh.
What?
He was saying how much.
Yeah.
This. He moved out of Ridge.
Well, this ain't your first round up, anyway.
No, I didn't touch it that time, I promise. So anyway, she emailed today, she got her mother's ballot, so she was, all is well.
Good deal.
The one signature page, yeah.
Nice, you start putting places where we need to sign.
I decided I would,
Take mine.
help y'all out. a little bit. Closer it gets to election, you may not have those arrows.
Bad not to find all.
Don't get too used to them.
Well, anybody on this one.
I have to do it next week, it's up many times before. Don't have to do it
Well,
time the next week.
That's right, that's right.
We'll be able to meet here next week, won't we? And then this will be the last time.
Yep, and then after this coming Tuesday, we'll be over there. What duration?
Right here.
Yeah.
Next week here.
After that,
Back out. Hey,
October's already going quick.
Beautiful morning today. It was a gorgeous day.
It
Couldn't have been any nicer.
it was beautiful. Well,
Remind me of being back in the Berkshire Hills, except that happens in September up there.
yeah, a little earlier. Yeah.
Leaves are in full color right now.
Remind me of wearing big long coats and pulling tobacco leaves that had big suckers on.
Don't think I haven't tried tobacco.
And the morning glory
always a
going to be
tobacco
tall.
story.
You ever seen the Connecticut Valley when it's got tobacco fields?
I've seen pictures.
early tobacco.
That tobacco will grow 12, 15 feet tall, pushing the shade up.
That's for cigars mostly, isn't it?
And cigar wrappers only, soft as velvet, soft as velvet. That's what I prime. Once in a while. Friend of mine owned a tobacco field, 20 acres off the side, he ran it to people. And primed
That's a
tobacco.
lot of burley.
Helped.
20 acres. Huh? 20 acres. Usually, thought burley was up in the mountains. You'd see more than 2 or 3 acre field, did you? That's all people.
People up there in the Connecticut Valley, 20 acres was pretty complex. Particularly to get lower in the Connecticut Valley before it became multi-dwelling buildings.
Okay. We're still busy on the approval and the dates over there. Thank you, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. Thank
Clark
you.
really thanks you.
And I, great.
Yeah, we don't have them out here now, do we? Yes, thank you. Thank you.
See how much easier
We got-
Jessica's made it
Yes,
on.
ma'am.
You got a process.
We used to have each one of them. We was doing that.
Jessica, are you be glad to share it with us, would you?
Other business. We are completed with everything pertaining to absentee ballots.
Yes, sir.
Other business?
I do not have any.
Any updates on our 13 counties or such as far as, I know you said that there's gonna be assessing needs that they may need from other counties by tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
And, I did mention Dwayne and Jimmy were here early and we have had contact from two people who are here, who are displaced from Asheville. So we're making accommodations for them to get, one is getting an absentee ballot from Buncombe and we'll turn it in here. And then another is going to go ahead and register here because she is a college student who had changed her registration. Now she's back here, of course, with family and will be for the next 3 or 4 months. So,
Was that any county in the state could take them? Or? was it-
no, it had to be one of the counties that was deemed that way. I know
The 13 counties.
Burke was not. Burke was not one of them.
Yeah.
And I know Sydney got a call from their director today that they have one, is it early voting or election day? That is gonna have to be moved, but they're not one of the counties, so
Hmm.
don't know if they're gonna be able to let them move.
And now all counties are up and running from the Board of Election standpoint.
Yes, yes. In one way or another, it might be
Right.
limited, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, Paul.
I got your email, thank you.
Mhm.
Because that was one question we asked before about
Right.
who's gonna help them out with their ballots.
Right.
But it seems they've gotten on with
They
job
are.
pretty quick.
And Karen Brinson Bell, she was a director for years in Transylvania. So that area she lived in, she worked in. She is going to fight with all her will to make sure everybody that wants to vote can vote there. She
It
said.
said, and the state board can turn it in Raleigh too.
That's right. And, they do have did y'all see on election line today, Matt Watauga was interviewed? It's a good article if you read it later on tonight, but, he's explaining how the ARC, box works. And that basically, they're gonna train or have MAC team members go to the sites where most people are, where they're staying, where they're, you know, the gymnasiums, whatever it might be, and the MAT team can serve people there to get an absentee ballot. So that is up and running. It was a good article from Matt that explains that, but, so they're making accommodations each day.
So a lot of them will be provisional ballots too.
Probably, but just like the person who's here from Asheville, she wanted to vote in person because she always has. He's 94. And I said,
Grant her voting rights.
and I said, and she was adamant, you know, she wanted to vote. The gentleman and his wife, who she's staying with here in Dobson, he said that, I said, well, she's gonna probably vote an absentee ballot so she can have her ballot style from Asheville. She could vote provisional here, but we're not gonna have her ballot style except for president. And maybe governor, you know, and that's about it. So anyway, he agreed that an absentee would be best and she agreed she was good with that. So we'll get that to Buncombe, or it'll be picked up and taken to Buncombe.
Well, now, from my reading, am I correct that anyone that asks for an absentee ballot can turn those into any of the other counties up in election day until 7:30?
Uh-huh.
So we receive that at 7:30 on election day. Does that would need to be forwarded to the county as a provisional ballot or such, where that it will be counted at canvas or before canvas?
It'll be supplemental, probably, was how they'll determine that, but
Anytime up through campus, I think.
Question, isn't there a time frame even after the 5th of November, 7-day time frame in which you can receive ballots?
no, the law changed.
Did you change that?
It did. It changed January 1st, that provision, that 3-day grace window is no longer permitted. So it is 7:30, close of polls on election day.
Is there a way they could,
Military and overseas are the only ones who have that grace period.
is there a way they can, get a, waiver? On that anywhere? Could the legislature waiver that?
It's the same legislature that made that go into effect January 1st, so
Not
I
like-
really
not
doubt
like-
it.
Yeah, but this is an emergency situation.
Yes.
I don't see that one being
It would be
altered,
nice, but that's unlikely.
very unlikely.
The ruling from the state board, I didn't see did all 5 members vote for it?
It was
It was
I didn't-
unanimous.
I looked for that, but I couldn't find it.
unanimous.
Okay, that's good. I want to know that.
The
The
only
only-
part of the meeting that I actually caught live was, Alan Hirsch, the chairman, actually asked Mr. Eggers if he would make the motion since he is in the middle of Watauga County. And he did, but before he did, he complimented the state board staff, all their hard work. He complimented emergency management and the outpouring of community support that he has seen in the past week. He said was very humbling, and so it was very interesting to see.
I'm glad he did that.
He did. So, and then he made the motion and it was unanimous.
Thank you. Have y'all had the opportunity, you or your staff to talk to any of the directors in these western counties?
We
Yes,
have, mainly through Laura Dale, our SST, because I know Matt and Watauga, he said, thank you all so much. Keep praying, keep thinking of us, but don't send any emails. I'm inundated. And I've tried to catch up on those 4 days we lost. So we've limited. We're just letting Laura update us. He did reach out and ask Laura to ask counties, to any of them use them, or any of us used a text app that was fairly cheap, or fairly inexpensive that he could use to try to get a mass information out to his poll workers. And so we, of course, told him about Text Them All. It's been very good for us. Definitely worth the money, and it's not very expensive. We just buy credits. Tells you when you're running out, you buy more credit. So
Okay,
that
so-
way you're not locked in.
Pay as you go.
Pay as you go. You're not locked into anything unless you're sending texts. So,
Okay.
yeah. Hopefully that'll work out for them.
Yeah.
Mitchell County still has 58% out
Out
of
of
power
power. I saw
right
that.
now.
Said Boone still had like 1,300 people out. They were,
Probably a big part of that 58%. Did you say 58? They can't even, there's no place to hook the power up to. It's either
gone.
condemned or
Gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gone.
not approved to be electricity running to
you know.
I have 3 cousins.
buildings and residents.
I have 3 cousins in Florida that being hit with the one right now. One right on Pine Island. One in Titusville and one in Stewart.
This hurricane is coming to Florida now. Can it hit the eastern part of the state?
Luckily, it's
Not
going
far.
on out to
Okay.
sea, but
Oh.
will there be some, if they changed, that was this morning. I hadn't,
I
Once
hadn't
it
seen it in a
crosses-
couple of days.
Once it crosses the entire state of Florida, and it's crossing in the most densely populated area of Florida. It will go out into the Atlantic. But who knows what it will do once it gets to
Well,
the
it's gonna
Atlantic.
cross
It
right-
could regain strength and turn and come to the East Coast.
So
So
it's crossing right over the Bahamas.
Can you imagine what they're going through down there? They got 2 sections now. It's gonna be.
and
Yes.
Disney, I mean, think about,
Their,
yes.
what about their election?
There's still 3,000 out in Watauga right now.
oh, is it 3,000?
3,000 out in Watauga, 1,800 out in Ash.
Hmm.
Still right now. That's on Blue Ridge.
I think
EMC.
they call us
That-
the
that-
1,000
that doesn't
year
count.
storm.
Yes. Yes.
Buncombe County's 38%. That's Asheville.
That's Asheville.
Appalachian State on.
Yeah,
Any of you remember when it
so there'll
snowed
be
in the
more than
Bahamas?
that in
Snowed in the Bahamas?
1977. People thought the sky was falling. They literally did not know what it was.
Oh, I
Interesting.
bet.
That's a great year, as far as I'm concerned, but.
It snowed in the Bahamas.
Wow.
We was out of school 3 weeks that year, 77. It's a
Okay.
terrible winter.
Do, you have anything else to share with us?
No, sir.
Anything from that? Anything from the board on other business? Okay, if we're finished with the other business, I seek a motion that we move to closed session for personnel reasons, please.
Chairman, I make a motion that we go into closed session for personnel reasons.
Go in close session. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second, any discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor for moving to closed session, please say aye. Motion carries. Do not foresee of any actions being taken or any motions being approved or made in the closed session. So if we may the board have the room.
right, we ready to be back? Back in open session.
You on, are we on?
Almost.
Thank you. We've come out of closed session and we made no motions, we took no actions, on anything. We discussed personnel. And so I'd like to move that we go back into open meeting. So moved. So we are back in open session. Thank you. I repeat again, we took no action, no movement, no motions, while in closed session. So for personnel discussions. And so is there anything further now from the director?
No, sir.
Anything further from the board?
No, sir.
Okay.
Meet next Tuesday at 5 P.M.
5 p.m.,
Next
same
Tuesday.
place.
That's
Is that
right.
statutory 5 p.m.?
Yes.
I thought so.
Okay. There's no further business. I would entertain a motion to close.
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to end this meeting.
We have a motion
Second motion to close.
and we have a second to close. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are at close.